Okay, we're going to learn how to say how much and how many. How much and how many. And all you need to do is to remember the word quantity, to remember these words. Quantity, so how much quantity, how much, how many. And how much is cuánto, and how many, cuántos, plural. Cuánto, how much, cuántos, how many. And cuánto, how much, C-U-A with an accent, N-T-O, and cuántos, how many, C-U-A with an accent, N-T-O-S. So cuánto and cuántos. So how would you say, how much is it? Just two words. How much is it? ¿Cuánto es? ¿Cuánto es? ¿Cuánto es? What about how much do you want? ¿Cuánto quieres? ¿Cuánto quieres? And what about how many do you want? ¿Cuántos quieres? ¿Cuántos quieres? How about how many are there? ¿Cuántos hay? ¿Cuántos hay? What about how many people are there? And for people we say persons. Personas. 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 So how many people are there? And personas. P-E-R-S-O-N-A-S. Personas. How many people are there? And one thing you need to bear in mind here, cuántos is how many, but personas is feminine, so we'd have to change it to cuántas, A-S, cuántas. So how many people are there? ¿Cuántas personas hay? ¿Cuántas personas hay? What about how many people were there? ¿Cuántas personas había? ¿Cuántas personas había? What about for how many people is the reservation? For how many people is the reservation? ¿Para cuántas personas es la reserva o la reservación? ¿Para cuántas personas es la reserva? The word for to cost is costar. C-O-S-T-A-R. Costar. Costar. And it's a very stressy verb. It gets stressed out in the present. So he, she, or it costs. She, he, or it costs is cuesta. The O collapses under the stress into UE. Cuesta. So he, she, or it costs is cuesta. Cuesta. And if you want to say it costs, you should remember you don't need the lo, because that it isn't the same as I want it, where the it comes after the verb. Here the it is the subject, as in he, she, it. He, she, it. If ever you're not sure, just say to yourself, can I say he, she, it for the verb? And in which case you don't need the lo. So it costs is the same as she costs or he costs, simply cuesta. How would you say it costs a lot? Cuesta mucho. Cuesta mucho. What about how much does it cost? Or simply how much it costs. Remember, no lo here. ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto cuesta? So to ask the price for something, you can say ¿cuánto es? Or ¿cuánto cuesta? What about how much do they cost? How much do they cost? Still only two words. ¿Cuánto cuestan? ¿Cuánto cuestan? They cost €2. What would that be? They cost €2. Cuestan €2. Cuestan €2. To open and to close. Two new verbs. To open and to close. To open is abrir, abrir, and to close is cerrar, cerrar. So we've got abrir, cerrar, abrir, cerrar. To open, abrir, to close, cerrar. And abrir, to open, is A-B-R-I-R, abrir, and to close is cerrar, cerrar, C-E-R-R-A-R, cerrar, abrir, cerrar. And incidentally, cerrar is a stressed out verb in the present. The E collapses into IE. So for I close, cierro. He or she or it closes, cierra. How would you say we open early? Abrimos pronto. Abrimos pronto. What about it opens until late? It opens until late. And remember, he, she, it opens, so no lo. It opens until late. Abre hasta tarde. Abre hasta tarde. How would you say, at what time does it open? At what time opens? ¿A qué hora abre? ¿A qué hora abre? It closes early. He, she, it closes early. What would that be? Cierra pronto. Cierra pronto. Cierra pronto. What about at what time does it close? At what time closes? ¿A qué hora cierra? ¿A qué hora cierra? Another common word for I'd like is quisiera. 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 It comes from the word to want, but think of it as an expression word. Quisiera for I'd like. Quisiera. Q-U-I-S-I-E-R-A. Quisiera. How would you say using this form of I'd like? I'd like to know at what time they close. I'd like to know at what time they close. Quisiera saber a qué hora cierran. Quisiera saber a qué hora cierran. How about I'd like a timetable, please. I'd like a timetable, please. And a timetable uses the word for hour, hora, and it's horario. Horario, timetable, horario. And horario is spelt H-O-R-A-R-I-O, horario. So how would you say I'd like a timetable? Quisiera un horario. Quisiera un horario, por favor. What about I'd like to speak with Mr. Perez? I'd like to speak with Mr. Pérez. What would that be? Quisiera hablar con el señor Pérez. Quisiera hablar con el señor Pérez. And we could say, me gustaría hablar con el señor Pérez. Or this new word, quisiera. What about, I'd like information about the region, please? I'd like information about the region, please. Quisiera información sobre la región, por favor. Quisiera información sobre la región, por favor.